Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about censorship again, because this time it hits again another game of the Dragon Quest series made by Akira Toriyama. If you know me, I'm a big Toriyama fan, especially Dragon Ball, which is not a big surprise. If you look up onto my microphone, wait, I have to switch it up again. You can see Goku's leg, and yeah, Dragon Quest was fun when I was a little bit smaller, let's just say it this way, when I was a wee young lad. And now I'm not playing it that much anymore. And I must say, with the last reimaginings, they really are screwing up things. Let's dive into this story. This is by Bounding Into Comics, an article by Spencer Bakuli. I think that's how you pronounce it. And yeah, not only are they going to redesign Aish design. I forgot how to pronounce the name because in my mind it's the Turkish name Ayşe, and even now I'm completely butchering the pronunciation because I'm speaking English. But also they're replacing some subplots with new scenarios. Oh boy. In yet again making unnecessary changes to one of their original classics, Square Enix upcoming Dragon Quest VII Reimagined will not only Aisha wearing a censored version of her original Akira Toriyama designed outfit, but also cut some of its more irrelevant subplots in favor of brand new scenarios. Originally released in 1997, Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past tells the tale of the hero, the generic placeholder name for each game's nameable protagonist. A young boy who, along with his friends Kiefer and Maribel, who, thanks to a magical and mysterious time travel device discovered in their hometown, spend their days adventuring through their world's past. Each of their good deeds ultimately serving to restore forgotten towns and their citizenship to reality. Eventually, their travels lead them to discover a piece of a previously unknown map, which, to their surprise, depicts another sister continent sitting right across from theirs in the vast sea. Dude, that sounds like so much fun. Sensing there could be more to this plot than a simple the three set out to figure out just what kind of power could erase an entire landmass from memory as well as a way to ultimately bring it back, having previously received a remake for the Nintendo 3DS in 2013, the time-hopping RPG will get yet another refresh with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which will allow players on the Xbox Series X, so basically no one, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, PlayStation 5 and PC platforms to experience the hero's dance with the very fabric of reality in a whole new way. The game is coming out February 2026, by the way. This new version of the game features a new handcrafted visual aesthetic that brings the world and its characters to life like never before. Not only that, but revamped battle mechanics and quality of life features make the game feel fresh and modern, whether you're a new player or series veteran. So with this might be good. I haven't seen what they changed because I have to be completely honest here, I didn't really pay attention to that, but as soon as I see censorship, especially when it comes to Akira Toriyama, I'm getting mad. The story has also been significantly streamlined, told through a series of vignettes with an overarching narrative. It's been reworked to be pacier and more accessible to players, while still maintaining the narrative depth the game is known for. So, let me tell you what they mean by that. They think you're stupid and they need to tell you the story like you're stupid. Remember Dragon Age Whaleguard. It's hopefully not going to do the same mistakes like Dragon Age Whaleguard, but that game also thought you are stupid and you have to be told a story like you're stupid. Akira Toriyama made his stories because he loved his stories that way. What happened to Dragon Ball Z and with Bandai is another story. We're not going to talk about that one, but when he has written something that is his world, he imagined it like that, and no one is allowed to tamper with that. Speaking to his vision for Reimagined, producer Takeshi Ichikawa, who per public internet searches does not appear to have any prior video game dev history. And he told fans, wait, you're putting someone who has no video game dev history onto something like that. Something so beloved, not only in the far eastern regions of this world, but also in Western society. This is the same bullshit that they did with Star Wars Acolyte, where the story writers were just a bunch of coffee bitches. 3 of them were just coffee nannies who brought the real directors and story writers their coffee. It's not a joke. Look it up. It's on IMDb. But yeah, continue. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is a new version of Dragon Quest VII that has been rebuilt from the ground up for modern audiences. Dude, okay. Square, listen to me. I'm saying this to every publisher all around the world right now. I said it with, what was it? Ubisoft's Splinter Cell. If you need help, and apparently you are willing to hire someone that has no prior video game dev history. I have a little bit of video game dev history. Let me help you. Your game is going to be great because I'm not going to do bullshit like this. And where was it? Yeah, the other one where they're streamlining the story. What a bunch of bollocks. When we decided to remake Dragon Quest VII, we thought deeply about the visual direction. We wanted audiences worldwide, not just in Japan, to grow fond of the charming characters designed by Akira Toriyama. Continue. I would say things that would be really bad on the internet. So in order to depict the depth and the feel of Dragon Quest VII's story more vividly, we took on a new challenge for the Dragon Quest series, employing a handcrafted art style and developing in-game environments that resemble dioramas. Okay, that one I really like. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined not only reimagines the visual and the emotional portrayal of its characters, but also make the game's story significantly more approachable and accessible. Again, they think you're stupid. So whether you enjoyed Dragon Quest VII on its original release, struggled to collect all the tablets, or just experiencing the Dragon Quest series for the first time, we believe this game will provide a satisfying experience. We hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. However, despite his professed love for Toriyama's character design, which probably is not that much of a love, Reimagined's first trailer reveals that the party's resident warrior dancer Aisha, formerly Aira, prior to the 3DS's remake, has been covered up in comparison to her original depiction. Where in the original Aisha I'm sorry, I still can't remember how to pronounce her name, covered the lower half of her body with a tattered skirt and red bikini-style bottoms, as intended to visually communicate both her background as a nomadic dancer and her battle-hardened resolve to protect her fellow Roma tribesmen. She now sports a more polite pair of red bike shorts. That's so wrong. Interestingly, where the female warrior from Dragon Quest III began to have her design censored, starting with 2015's Dragon Quest Stars, Aisha rocked her original outfit as recently as 2021's Dragon Quest of the Stars. Yeah, there she is. Sexy as she's supposed to be. Aisha's original appearance as depicted in Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past, 1997, Square Enix. And far from the original change, in a separate interview with Square Enix, Ichikawa confirmed his aforementioned plans to streamline the game's story. Every time I read this, I'm getting closer and closer. No. This is just rage mode. The reimagined elements of the narrative allude to improvements in the game's overall framework, which offers a much deeper and more compelling experience. No, it doesn't. In our efforts to streamline the overall story progression and provide a more engaging narrative, we decided to cut subplots that have little or no direct relevance to the main scenario. Because subplots that have little to no direct relevance to the main scenario do have value if they're good. Again, I don't know how well those subplots are in the original Dragon Quest VII. The thing here is my love for the works of Toriyama and his style of story writing. I trust that his subplots do a lot of good things for character development, to showcase what these characters really believe in. And there are so many other things. I mean, yes, of course, there is the best filler episode ever in Dragon Ball Z. I forgot, did Toriyama have his hands in that one? When Goku and Piccolo when they have to make their driver license because Chichi is angry. But yeah, again, stuff like that. It's just enjoyable and doesn't need relevance to the main scenario. This isn't a 300-page book. If this would have been a 300-page book, there might have been another argument there. But it isn't. It's a probably 30 to 40 hour game. Or maybe even longer. While some content has been removed, entirely new scenarios have also been introduced for the modern audience, probably. Our goal was to build upon the strength of the original game while striving to deliver a deeper, more immersive story experience for modern players. There it is. And here are the shorts. Dude, is also the top different? No, at least the top is the same. But still, I don't like it. At current, Dragon Age VII Reimagined is on track. Yeah, February 5th, 2026. Yeah, good article. Spencer. Really like it. There is also the link for... what was it? Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Written by Nerdigans Incorporated, September last year. History is a circle. We're not going to go through the article. I just wanted to showcase it to you. Where was it? Yeah, they gave her pants as well, even though she had no pants. Ah, yeah, there is the original. I mean, it's not much, but still, it's censorship. Just don't. The Dragon Ball 3 remake? Is that a translation error? Had an original design for a female warrior? um, yeah, but no, I really don't like that. Just get away. But the problem is, this isn't the only time where the works of Akira Toriyama were changed to a lesser state. Let me just phrase it like this, because we have. Oh yeah, first of all, here is the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Steam page. There, I wanted just to showcase you the release date, but Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You can see I only have 13 hours into it. That was mainly just to play through the story where they changed things. Because I forgot, who was it? It was Trunks. I remember Trunks having Gen Z slang, which never could have happened, by the way. How could have that? How could they? But who? It was it Goten? I forgot. It someone who talked with Trunks used also Gen Z slang, but I forgot who it was. But that was really, really weird. I mean, the game is fun. It encapsulates the Dragon Ball feeling, but it was fun for 13 hours, and that's it. I have way more time in Fighters, because Fighters I have on PlayStation and on PC. It's just 100 hours on PC. Damn. Then it was on PlayStation 4 and 5, where I have a combined of was it 750 hours or 800 hours? I'm not so sure anymore. But yeah, I love Fighters. Fighters is awesome. I really want a Dragon Ball fighting game tight as Fighters, but with the feeling of Sparking Zero. Because when you just smash the planet as Broly and everything is destroyed and rip and tear everything. It's just so, it's beautiful. I love Broly. Broly is my favorite character of all time, especially the new one. But yeah, I'm digressing. Yes, I love Toriyama's works. It started, was I 5 or 6? Something like that. And the original Dragon Ball, oh man, I love that one. Which is also just inspired by Journey to the East. I love that. I was so lost to the world, man. But yeah, I'm sorry for the small tangent here. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dinks. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more video game news every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can share this video with your friends. Otherwise, have a great day my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye, bye, bye.